I want to talk about a few facts that many people choose to ignore. Many people from regional parties such as my state of Andhra Pradesh or Telangana or other states like Tamil Nadu, Orissa or West Bengal where regional parties dominate, there's been a considerable amount of criticism towards the central government. People like our Honorable Prime Minister Sri Narendra Modiji or people like Yogi Adityanath ji. Now, putting aside all personal differences and regional differences aside, we have to look at the facts. Never in the history of any democracy in the world, not a few hundred years ago, not even 1,000 years ago, not even in ancient Indian democracy or Athenian democracy, no Greek city state, or anywhere where I have seen or heard or read about democracy, has there ever been a leader like Narendra Modi ji or Yogi Adityanath ji. Because, face it, people, they don't have a family, they don't have any stake to any properties, they're utterly, absolutely, and incontrovertibly not corrupt. They have no reason to, they never have, and they will never take bribes. These men like Narendra Modi ji, Baba Balaknath ji, या Yogi Adityanath ji, they are there only for the sole purpose of serving the nation. When people look at them like politicians, when people look at them like representing the Bharatiya Janata Party, that's also not true. People like Baba Balaknath, Yogi Adityanath ji, Narendra Modi ji, I don't see them as representing a political party. These are men who chose a political party, who chose an organization as a means to help the country. They have chosen the BJP to serve the nation because that is the party that facilitates people like them. They are there only for the sole purpose of serving the people of Bharat. We are the largest democracy in the history of the world, and the Bharatiya Janata Party is the largest political party in the history of the world. And look at the leader. It's a man who doesn't eat for himself, who doesn't sleep for himself, who doesn't work for himself, who doesn't have a family, who doesn't have any stake in any properties, who is utterly and absolutely selfless and devoted to the state, to the country, to the idea of Akhanda Bharat, for the greatness of this country. Every single breath these people take, they literally exist for this country. And any patriot, any person who takes pride in calling himself an Indian or a Bharatiya has to see that fact. It's a fact. I was in politics. I was part of the NDA government. I was in the Telugu Desam. I've seen all sorts of people. I've seen honest people. I've seen corrupt people. We've seen scams going into the lakhs of crores. I have never seen a politician like Narendra Modi. Never. Everybody, they care about their wife and kids. They have fears and hopes. They have aspirations. They have their own dreams. They want to build something. They want to leave something. They want a legacy. Here, this is a man who cares nothing about himself. That is absolutely why we need him more than he needs us. He doesn't need anybody or anything for anything. He absolutely has no dependency or need on any person or any system or whatever. It's the country that needs Modi. It's us, it's the people who need him. Same with Yogi Adityanath ji. UP needs Yogi. Yogi doesn't need UP. Yogi doesn't need anybody. He has nothing to lose. He has nothing to gain. He has nobody. He has nothing. It's the people of UP that can't have a better leader than him. Look at the state of Uttar Pradesh. कोई भी ऐसा लीडर नहीं था वहाँ जो लोगों के बारे में इतना सोचता था पिछले 1000 साल में. After I think the death of Prithviraj Chauhan, up to the point of Yogi government, nobody has focused so much on industrialization, manufacturing, or infrastructure building in the state. The same with. Arey yaar, I've read that during the Mauryan era, that we used to be building kilometers of roads every day. That people like Chandragupta Maurya, Bimbisara Maurya, or Ashoka, they were building kilometers of roads. India had the largest road and infrastructure network in the world at that time. And now, today, we are building like 40, 50, 60 kilometers of roads. And our central minister, Gadkari ji, is doing that. Have some common sense, people. This is the greatest era of rebuilding the nation that we have had in centuries. Nothing like this has happened in North India since the 13th century, at least, and in some parts from the 11th century. I don't understand how people can criticize them. I really don't. You have to have a conscience. You have to have a conscience. You have to have a heart. You have to have, some accountability. I can't believe that some people, whatever they want to call themselves, can go on social media or mainstream media, hold meetings and criticize these people. They have absolutely no agenda but the greatness of the country. How can you criticize somebody like that, who has absolutely no other meaning in life besides to make the country great again? Come on, guys. You're just not looking at the facts, people. You're just not looking at the facts. When somebody like Donald Trump says, make America great again, he's a billionaire. He has been married 3 times. He has a bunch of kids. He has family. He may be fighting for America, yeah. I mean, he has done great things for America, but he still has a lot of personal things that is valuable to him. Look at Putin, look at Xi. They all have families, they all have children, they all have the personal stake in everything. But we have Narendra Modiji, who doesn't care about anything at all besides the country. Now, I want to see him as a prime minister for the next 7 years until he's 80 years old. And uske baad, I want to see him as the president for life. This is not what I want for, myself. This is something that I want to see happen in the country so that we have a strong leadership perpetually going forward. So many people in the country just don't understand. We have a respect on the world stage today because of Narendra Modi ji. People used to say back when I was in politics, when I was an office bearer, that we'll be a world power in 2060, 2070. That was in the Manmohan Singh government. I remember Manmohan Singh. He was our prime minister. A lot of my friends in Congress used to go and meet Rahul Gandhi at that time. We knew Rahul Gandhi very well. I was not in the Congress party, but during the Samay Kandra agitations and stuff, my friends used to go and meet Rahul Gandhi. You guys, the 20, 25-year-olds today, you have no idea how it was back then. Can't people think like 5 years ago, 10 years ago, how politics was? 10 years ago, when I was in this, NDA, So frustrating, honestly, seeing how millions of young men in the country are trying to, you know, we were going to be a world power in 2050 or 60 when I was an office bearer. But today, we are already the world power. Now, when I go to Europe or when I'm in New York or when I'm in Silicon Valley or Manhattan, I see the difference. I see the difference between how Indians were perceived then to Indians being perceived now. We are already a world power in 2023. And the only reason we are already a world power 30, 40 years before the world expected us or we ourselves expected ourselves to be a world power is because of Narendra Modiji. Now, he is the single most powerful world leader today. Was Manmohan Singh like that? I remember him very well. Manmohan Singh. We need Modi 1,000 times more than any other world, any other leader in the country. We need him more than any other leader. Yeah, I hope you people understand what I'm trying to tell you, because you didn't live in an era. You're forgetting how it was back then before the Modi era. Just stop criticizing Modiji or Yogiji, or they are doing their job and they are the greatest leaders in the world, and our country is lucky to have them.